If you're learning a language on your own, do you know exactly what you need to learn today or what to learn tomorrow? If you're like most solo learners, you don't. And if you don't know your next steps, then you'll forever be hopping around from resource to resource and never make progress. But if you're learning with our system, today you'll discover the most important learning tool in our learning system, the dashboard, how it keeps you going with language learning instead of wondering what to do, and how to customize your learning so you can focus on areas like speaking, listening, or grammar. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So let's jump in. I'll guide you through our learning system so you get to see exactly what's inside and our members-only study tools. Okay, so in this video, let's talk about the dashboard. The dashboard is kind of like your home base for your learning on our website. So let's take a look at what you can do with the dashboard and how you can use it to make your studies easier, more fun, and more effective and efficient too. So first, how do we access the dashboard? You can find the dashboard from any page on the website. Just click on the dashboard link in the top left side of the page. So you'll find a page that looks a little bit like this. You will have your profile, so your name, your level here. And then on the top right, you will see your study statistics. So this will show you very quickly how many lessons you have completed. So completed is an important word there. How many lessons you have finished. You will also see the number of flashcards you have reviewed, and you will also see your total number of hours studied here. So if you want a little bit more information about this and get a report, if you want to get a report of that, you can click on the View My Report button to find more information there. But let's continue on down the page. The next section is the My Pathways section. So this part is probably the part you are going to spend a lot of time in. In the My Pathways section, you can see all of the different pathways that you have started or completed on the website. So in this case, there are 4 different pathways, and 3 of them are marked with this green check mark. So this shows that the pathway is completed. You have studied all the lessons in that pathway. Nice job. You will also notice that this one at the top in this example has this Go to Lesson button on the right side. Yeah. So this means that this pathway has a lesson that is ready for you to study next. So the idea here is that we've solved the issue that many learners have, especially when they're studying alone, which is that they don't know what to study next, right? If you study with a lot of YouTube videos or podcasts or something, it might not be clear what the next thing is that you need to study. But if you come to your dashboard every day like this, you can very easily see what the next lesson is that you need to do, and you can just click on the Go to Lesson button to get started. So this is very, very helpful if you're ever kind of not sure what you should be doing next. So make sure that you check the Pathways section every time you log in to see what your next lesson is. Quickly, let's take a look at the bottom section of the page. You'll find at the bottom some featured lessons, which means some lessons that we think might be good or interesting for you. You'll also find in the latest news section information about things like sales and discounts and new features and new tools that you can use on the website. So take a look here to see if there's something that might be useful for you. Finally, at the bottom, we have featured vocabulary lists. So again, just some ideas for you to help you with your studies. If there's something you haven't studied, you might notice it here. Then the last thing that I want to talk about is regarding the pathways section. So let's say that you reach a point where all of your pathways are green, right? How do you go on to the next level? Like if you finish all of the level 1 things, how do you move on to the next level? You can do this in 2 different ways. First, you can click this Browse All Pathways button. This will take you to our lesson library. You can also access this by clicking on the Lesson Library link from the Lesson drop-down menu at the top of the page. So this will take you to the lesson library. Here, you can see what you are studying now, right? So this is the absolute beginner pathway. In this case, you can see all of the different lessons that are inside the pathway and all the information on this page. But if you know you are ready to move on to the next level, or if you just want to take a look at the different lessons that are available, you can go to this drop-down menu on the top right here, and you can see all of the different levels on this section. So you can click the level that is interesting to you or that you want to check out, and it will take you to that page. So here again, you can see all of the information, all of the different lessons, the lesson titles and topics and things like that. If you want to start studying with this pathway, you can click the Study Now button and it will appear in your dashboard so that it appears the next time you log in, and you can click the Go to Lesson button on it. So this is a really quick introduction to all of the different things that you can do on the dashboard. It's a great way to see your progress, to take a look at how many flashcards you've reviewed, how much time you're putting into your studies, how many lessons you've completed. So if it ever feels like you're not making progress or you're not sure if you're actually moving forward, the dashboard is a really great way to make sure that you are actually making progress. And it's also really helpful in terms of being able to easily see what the next thing is that you need to do for your studies. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account.
Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at Vietnamesepod101.com.
Stereotypes in Vietnam. When preparing for this topic, I had to do some research because to generalize it is pretty difficult not to make it sensitive. In this video today, I'm gonna share with you some stereotypes that maybe Vietnamese people are thinking about ourselves, but also foreigners might be thinking about Vietnamese people and Vietnam country as well. So let's get started. Hello everyone, my name is Linh and welcome back to Vietnamesepod101.com. The first one I think is very common when talking about Vietnamese men is đàn ông Việt Nam rất ra trưởng. Đàn ông Việt Nam rất ra trưởng. Đàn ông Việt Nam rất ra trưởng. So it's hard to find the word ra trưởng in English here because ra trưởng is like a very, how do I say, special word in Vietnamese. It's sometimes negative, but sometimes positive. The reason why I say that is sometimes when Vietnamese men, they are very talented and they take care of the whole family, they are great providers, they are very powerful in the family. That's when we say đàn ông gia trưởng. It's a good thing in the family because he can lead the family. However, if the husband in the family is not very hardworking and he cannot support his family well, and in this case, if he's very gia trưởng, it's gonna be very terrible for the family. So that's why we say it's both good and bad, depends on the family situation. So the first stereotype in Vietnam is đàn ông Việt Nam rất gia trưởng. The second one is phụ nữ hoặc là rất mạnh mẽ và ghê gớm, hoặc là chỉ quanh quẩn trong bếp. Phụ nữ hoặc là rất mạnh mẽ và ghê gớm, hoặc là chỉ quanh quẩn trong bếp. Phụ nữ hoặc là rất mạnh mẽ và ghê gớm, hoặc là chỉ quanh quẩn trong bếp. That means Vietnamese women are either very strong and aggressive or belong to the kitchen only. Some people would think that Vietnamese women are very aggressive, but in some families they are not helpful and they only know how to cook or how to do housework. But actually doing housework is a lot of work, right? So we can't say that. So yeah, that's it. That's the second one that I want to talk about. The third one that when I was small, I think I used to hear also, which is đàn ông bia rượu và cờ bạc quá nhiều. Đàn ông bia rượu và cờ bạc quá nhiều. Đàn ông bia rượu và cờ bạc quá nhiều. That means men drink and gamble too much. I think that was true when I was very young and in some provinces or villages only, because at that time the life quality wasn't as good as now, right? Probably they had a lot of free time and they didn't know what to do, so they just play games or do gamblings or drink and parties all day. So that's how it comes. Mọi thứ ở Việt Nam đều giống như ở Trung Quốc vì Việt Nam ở gần Trung Quốc. Mọi thứ ở Việt Nam đều giống như ở Trung Quốc vì Việt Nam ở gần Trung Quốc. That means everything in Vietnam is the same as in China because it's next to China. That's completely wrong because if you travel to Vietnam and China, so you'll see that the two countries are completely different. There are something in common like Lunar New Year and Lunar calendar and stuff like that. But like a lot of things are different. The languages are different, the foods are different. I used to travel to China as well and I see that they're big, they're huge. And they're completely different. So if you travel to both countries, you'll see that. Next one, người Việt Nam ăn thịt vật nuôi. Người Việt Nam ăn thịt vật nuôi. Người Việt Nam ăn thịt vật nuôi. That means Vietnamese people eat their pets. So just because some people eat animals like dogs or cats doesn't mean that all Vietnamese people eat our pets. Some people used to eat dogs, but now there has been a huge campaign saying that pets or cats or animals like that are people's friends. So we don't eat that. And not everybody eats that, and just very rare that you can see shops that sells dog meat. Next one, những người có hình xăm là những người ghê gớm. Những người có hình xăm là những người ghê gớm. Những người có hình xăm là những người ghê gớm. That means people with tattoos are aggressive people or are terrible people. That's like something fixed in their mind that people with tattoos are like very aggressive. A lot of people have tattoos on their body, and sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, but it depends, and it's their hobbies, their personality, so we can't just say that. Phụ nữ miền Bắc đảm đang hơn phụ nữ miền Nam. Phụ nữ miền Bắc đảm đang hơn phụ nữ miền Nam. That comes from the cultural differences, and everywhere there are good and bad people. Everywhere there are hardworking and lazy people, so it doesn't depend on where you're from. Phụ nữ lấy chồng sớm là không thành đạt. Phụ nữ lấy chồng sớm là không thành đạt. Phụ nữ lấy chồng sớm là không thành đạt. So women who got married early are not successful. This is absolutely ridiculous because a lot of people, they got married early, they gave birth early, and they settled early. They even have more time and chances to focus on their career and developing themselves after getting married. So they are even more successful than people who get married late. So it really depends on how your life is. Sometimes you get married early or late. It doesn't tell how you are or who you are. Đàn ông không kiếm ra tiền là đàn ông vô dụng. Đàn ông không kiếm ra tiền là đàn ông vô dụng. Đàn ông không kiếm ra tiền là đàn ông vô dụng. That means men who can't make money are useless. This is pretty sensitive to discuss because a lot of men, they sacrifice their career to take care of the family for some reason. For example, their wife might have a better job, or their children don't really have good health, so someone has to stay home and take care of the children. Or there are many reasons that they have to sacrifice their career or their personal development or their personal space in order to take care of the family. Again, it's just how they decide their life would be. It doesn't say whether they're successful or not. And the last one I want to share with you is sếp trẻ tuổi thường không có kinh nghiệm. Sếp trẻ tuổi thường không có kinh nghiệm. Sếp trẻ tuổi thường không có kinh nghiệm means young bosses or young managers usually are inexperienced. They might be younger and they may have less life experience, but in order to be a manager or a boss, For example, they must have a lot of experience in that specific field already, and probably they could have started their career at very early stage. So that's why they have more experience and they bring more values to the company or the organization. So that's why they could reach the position. Again, is the stereotype. So those are something that I could collect and I could generalize, and I hope that you have some ideas, some overviews about stereotypes in Vietnam, and I hope that you also have your own opinion about those things. So thank you for watching again, and please, if you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe it, and visit the website VietnamesePod101.com to get access to your free lifetime account right now and get your real lessons by real teachers. And I'll see you in the next one. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.
Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at VietnamesPod101.com.
Ôi dồi ôi, thật á? Cái gì cơ? Nói lại xem nào. Ôi, thật á? Yeah, those are things that usually people would use to react during a conversation. And in this video today, I'm gonna share with you a lot more so that you know how to use and how to react, and also the tone as well, right? The tones are very important in Vietnamese language. Hello everyone, my name is Linh. Welcome back to VietnamesPod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. Let's get started. So first, how to react when you're surprised. Khi bạn ngạc nhiên. The first one you can say thật á, thật á, thật á. That is how we read. But when we speak, we say thật á. That should be the reaction. Thật á. Next one. Ôi giời ơi. Ôi giời ơi. The most common one in Vietnam. Ôi giời ơi is like oh my god. Ôi giời ơi. Ôi giời ơi. Cái gì? Cái gì? Cái gì? That means what? Or you can say cái gì cơ? Cái gì cơ? Like what's that? Cái gì? Something like that. And the last one, when you're surprised, you can also say sao cơ? Sao cơ? Sao cơ also means like what? Sao cơ? Sao cơ? Ôi dồi ôi. Now next one, when you want to confirm the information, khi cần xác nhận thông tin. Anh nói gì cơ? Anh nói gì cơ? Anh nói gì cơ? So instead of using anh, you can use other pronouns, depends on who you're talking to, okay? So anh or chị or em. Anh nói gì cơ? Anh nói gì cơ? Anh bảo sao? Anh bảo sao? Anh bảo sao? That means, what did you say? Anh bảo sao? Anh bảo gì? Anh bảo gì? Anh bảo gì is similar to anh bảo sao, okay? Anh bảo gì? Anh bảo gì? Anh bảo gì? Okay. Anh nói cái gì? Anh nói cái gì? Anh nói cái gì? That means, what did you say? Anh nói cái gì? Ôi, anh nói cái gì? Okay. Anh nói lại xem nào. Anh nói lại xem nào. Anh nói lại xem nào. That means, can you repeat that? Anh nói lại xem nào. Ý anh là. Ý anh là. Ý anh là means are you saying that or you mean that, or what you were trying to say is ý anh là, okay? Ý anh là ngày mai đến đấy xong rồi gọi lại cho người ta, đúng không? Okay. Alright, next one, when you hear something sad. Khi nghe được chuyện buồn. So the first one you can say, ôi thật à? So we don't really use raising intonation, but instead we use fall intonation, okay? Ôi thật à? Ôi thật à? So if you want to like comfort someone when they're having something bad, so you can say, thôi không sao đâu. Thôi không sao đâu. Thôi không sao đâu. Thôi không sao đâu. Không sao đâu. Next one, if someone is upset or someone is sad, so you can say, thôi đừng buồn. Thôi đừng buồn. Thôi đừng buồn, okay? Thôi mà đừng buồn nữa. Thôi, đừng buồn. And if you want to give someone some motivation or some like inspiration, you can say, thôi cố lên. Thôi cố lên. Thôi cố lên. Cố lên, cố lên. Also, another way to encourage someone, you can also say, rồi đâu sẽ có đó. Rồi đâu sẽ có đó. Rồi đâu sẽ có đó. Ok, thôi, cố lên. Rồi đâu sẽ có đó. So if someone is worried about something, then you can say, thôi đừng lo. Thôi đừng lo. Thôi đừng lo. Thôi đừng lo. Đừng lo mà. And the last one, if you want to give someone some hope when they are like hopeless, you can say, ngày mai trời lại sáng. Ngày mai trời lại sáng. Ngày mai trời lại sáng. That means tomorrow is another day. Ngày mai trời lại sáng. Rồi, biết rồi. Ngày mai trời lại sáng ấy mà. Nhá. Thôi, cố lên. Alright, so the last topic that I want to introduce to you is how to react when someone is happy or someone is sharing something happy. Okay, khi có chuyện vui. The most common one is chúc mừng. Chúc mừng. Chúc mừng means congratulations, right? Just simply means like that. Chúc mừng. And you can put nhé at the end of the sentence, so it's just like a nonsense word. Chúc mừng nhé. Chúc mừng nhớ. Chúc mừng nhé or chúc mừng nhớ. Another one, you can also say ôi mừng quá if someone's sharing a very good news to you, so you can say ôi mừng quá. Ôi mừng quá. Oh, so glad or so happy, like that. Ôi mừng quá, mừng quá, mừng quá. Also, you can say tốt quá rồi. Tốt quá rồi. Tốt quá rồi. Like, this is really good or this is so good. Tốt quá rồi. Ôi, tốt rồi, tốt rồi, tốt rồi, tốt rồi. Tốt quá rồi. Also, if something very fortunate happenings, you can say may quá. May quá. May quá. So lucky. Ôi trời ơi, may quá. May quá nhở. Like that. So instead of saying may quá, you can also say may thế nhở. May thế nhở. So may quá and may thế, they are the same, like very lucky or it's so lucky. Ôi may thế nhở. May quá. Also, if someone is religious or if someone is Buddhist, you can say Phật độ. Phật độ. Phật độ. Phật độ. Okay? So Phật độ. Ôi, Phật độ đấy. Mày thế nhở? And the last one, if someone is very lucky, so you can say ăn ở tốt. Ăn ở tốt. Ăn ở tốt, that means you've been very good or you've been very well-mannered. Ăn ở tốt. Ôi mày đấy nhở? Ăn ở tốt đấy. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you can really use in daily conversations with Vietnamese people. I'm pretty sure that you will surprise them. So if you like the topic, please let me know at the comment below and please like this video, subscribe the channel and visit the website VietnamesePod101.com to get access to your free lifetime account right now and get your real lessons by real teachers, and I'll see you in the next one. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description. Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, the 50 most common verbs PDF worksheet. Do you know all of these verbs? If not, this PDF writing worksheet will help you master the 50 most common verbs fast. Download it for free right now. Second, the sports and exercise cheat sheet. Learn to talk about your favorite sports and all about making gains in the gym with this PDF conversation cheat sheet. Third, must-know words and phrases. With this quick lesson, you'll be able to say fast food, menu, order, and much more. Fifth, must-know summer clothes vocab. Do you know how to say t-shirt or shorts in your target language? If you don't, this next 1-minute lesson gives you all the words you need for summer clothing. Fourth, the top 30 words for the classroom. You'll learn words like school, teacher, quiz, and more with this 1-minute lesson. And sixth, want an app that teaches you the language through conversations? Download Innovative Language Learning for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. You'll unlock bite-sized lessons that teach you practical conversations and get you speaking in minutes. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire. Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is testing and assessment, a brutally honest way to improve your language. Are you learning a language on your own and not making any meaningful progress? Well, you may not like hearing this, but there's a good chance that you're taking it too easy with how you're learning. Now, taking it easy is not bad, but when you're looking to boost your progress and actually master a language and you're no longer satisfied, something needs to change. And an outside motivator, like a test, can and will fire you up to get better. How? Stick around today and you'll discover why tests are crucial for language progress even if you hate them, 4 ways you can put yourself and your language to the test, and much more. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the 50 most common verbs PDF worksheet. Do you know all of these verbs? If not, this PDF writing worksheet will help you master the 50 most common verbs fast. And second, the sports and exercise conversation cheat sheet. You'll learn to talk about your favorite sports and all about making gains in the gym with this PDF conversation cheat sheet. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Now to today's topic. Testing and assessment, a brutally honest way to improve your language. If you're learning a language on your own, do you ever feel like you're just coasting through without making real progress? Maybe you're playing vocabulary games with an app and keeping your streak, or you're watching videos by your favorite language YouTubers. But when it comes down to it, you can't speak or keep up with conversations in your target language. Well, then it's very possible that you're taking it a bit too easy. So what should you do? Part 1. Why tests are crucial for language progress. Every year, millions of people sign up for language proficiency tests. You might have heard of these tests as well. There's the JLPT for Japanese, the TOPIK for Korean, DELF for French, HSK for Chinese, and the TOEFL for English. They're not doing this for school. They don't have to do this. They can just easily stay at home, sleep in, avoid discomfort, and continue playing vocabulary games. But millions sign up on their own anyway, every year. They prepare for months, they wake up early on the day of the test, and go through the pain of taking a test. Now, of course, there are some benefits to passing. For example, some jobs will require proof of proficiency, which makes these tests so important. But aside from that, tests are also important learning tools for 2 reasons. First, tests give you an honest assessment of your language skills. And second, for motivation. But let's break these down in full. So if you've ever enrolled in a language school or taken a language class, you have to take a placement test. Based on your results, the teachers see where you stand and place you into an appropriate class, so you can learn what's appropriate for your level. Plus, there's ongoing assessment, like weekly quizzes and tests every month. So, what's the big deal about tests and quizzes? Even if you don't like tests, tests give you an honest assessment of your language skills in specific ways. If you failed the listening part, you know your weakness is there. If you forgot a grammar pattern, now you know you need to practice it more. But if you never put your language to the test, you'd never know. You may not even know the mistakes you're making right now. You don't know what pieces you might be missing. But tests give you an opportunity to check your actual language skills, and they give you a brutal reality check. Now, the second benefit of tests is motivation. Think about it. As a self-learner, no one else is going to push you to do your best. You're not in school, this is your own goal, and if you're like most people, you're going to take it easy on yourself. So when you're wondering why you're not fluent yet, but you've been coasting along, learning words here and there without actually testing your limits, well, that's the thing. You haven't been actually testing yourself and pushing yourself at all. And that's what tests do. They give you that challenge, that urgency to improve, that motivation. There's a specific date and time of the test. You have to be ready by that deadline. Just think back to a night before a test. You felt the urgency back then. You were motivated to pass. So this is exactly why a lot of self-learners take a proficiency test. It gives them something to aim for, something to be motivated about, something to achieve. Now, tests are not the complete answer to language learning, but they do give you a way to assess yourself and give you a challenge. So what can you do as a self-learner? Part 2. How you can put yourself to the test. But first, before you worry about failing, it's not about passing or failing. This is about getting an honest assessment of your progress. Now, the first and most obvious thing you can do is sign up for a language proficiency test. There are many kinds of proficiency tests available, so you can pick the right one for you. By signing up, you now have the added pressure and motivation to improve, something that's hard to do on your own. The second way is, if you're following the learning pathway inside our program, you automatically get tested after every few lessons with multiple choice and teacher-graded assessments. The third way is learn with a teacher, whether it's our Premium Plus program, our live group classes, or your own teacher. Because the ultimate test of your language is when you actually have to speak to a native speaker. And with a native speaking teacher, they can easily assess your language, tell you what you got wrong, and how to improve. The fourth way is to test yourself with a harder lesson inside our program. Think of it as trying to lift a heavier weight at the gym to see if you can do it. You can do this for reading, speaking, and listening. Simply go to a higher level, like intermediate or advanced, and try a lesson. With reading, you can also try our higher level extensive reading books. Again, remember, with all of this, the goal here is not a pass or fail result. The goal is to get an honest assessment of your language skills, what you know and what you don't know. If you realize that you're mispronouncing a certain word, now you know how to correct it. If you can only understand 50% of a lesson, well, that means you should review it until you get to 100%. If you don't understand a lesson dialogue at all, which is where most people get intimidated, make it a goal to master the dialogue. Give yourself a goal to aim for. And if you can't read as smoothly as you had hoped, all it means is that you should give it a few more tries until you're better. Thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about new topics and talking points, the easiest way to increase your speaking time. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.